Welcome to Unfiltered Hummingbird. I am your host, Camellia. Hey, we're going to unpack some questions, interview some guests, have a little fun together. Come on, let's get to it. Hey, this week we're back. We're going to be talking about what they say, and this is in honor of some phenomenal people that I have the honor of having in my life. My dad, Charles Sutton, my mom, Jeanette Jackson, my in-laws, Lolly Bornado, John Bornado, my amazing husband, Severn Bornado, and just some things. And my late great aunt Sis. Oh my gosh. Her saying, let's start it off. Her saying is, she used to tell me, borrowed sense is better than bought sense. Okay, I want you to let that sink in. Borrowed sense is better than bought sense. Unpack that. That means, let me tell you what to do so you don't have to experience the consequences of having to go through something. So borrowed sense. Oh, it's so much better than bought sense. Because bought sense meaning you had to learn that lesson. And I am a fan of someone telling me how to do something right so I don't do it wrong and have to deal with the consequences of doing it wrong and then learn it the right way. Oh, do I have any middle kids in the house? I'm a middle cop. I'm a middle child. So yeah, if I saw you get in trouble for something, I still am more than likely going to be that one that say, not going to do it that way. I still might find a way to do it, but I'm going to do it a different way. And I'm not going to get in trouble for the same thing you got in trouble for. Anybody else? That is still funny to me because I'm still like that. If I see you get in trouble for something, I'll be like, okay, she went right and she got in trouble. So I'm going to go left. Or maybe I just might go straight and just do it real quietly. So that was my great aunt Sis. She would say, borrowed sense is so much better than bought sense. So you could use that. Those who have kids, make sure you use that. Now, my husband shared with me that his dad would tell him, hey, Holmes, if this doesn't work out, it just might be you. Okay, so if you didn't done this, if you didn't run around, if you didn't have the 3 different marriages, 4 different marriages, it might be you, right? Everybody isn't wrong. Now, if you're going around this circle so many times, it might be you, right? One thing that my mom would tell me, she would say, you can only control your house. You can only control what goes on in your house. So don't worry about what goes on in somebody else's house. Control your own house. Wow, that was just a mouthful. Especially when you have blended families or when you're taking care of another household. It might be your mom's. Your mom is you have elderly parents and you're trying to take care of their household and your household. You can only control what goes on in your own house. So, you know what I say? Be a master at controlling what goes on in your house. And to follow that up, my mom also used to say, pay attention to your own life. That's going to keep you busy. Just pay attention to what's going on in your sphere of influence and in your house and in your business. Because that alone, if you're doing what you need to do, that alone is going to keep you busy. You're not going to have time to be worried about somebody else's business. Your own life is going to keep you busy. That's true. That's true. You just start life be lifing, like some of the young people would say. And it's enough in your own life than to have to try to figure out someone else's life, you know? Now, My dad would tell me he must have known when I was getting ready to go down this rabbit hole and with all these different scenarios that I could come up with. And my dad would say, Pumpkin, Pumpkin, don't push the panic button. And I would pause. I would be like, oh, okay. So it's not time yet. And he would repeat, don't push the panic button. And when he repeated it, it was just like someone quietly telling me, just calm down. Calm down. It's not the fire you think it is. Just calm down. Don't push the panic button. So that really calmed me down. And another one about what they say will be what you do in the dark will come to the light. Has anybody heard that? My mom used to say that to me all the time. And when she said it, I had just been doing something that I didn't have no business doing. She would always say, all right, what you do in the dark comes to the light. And I'd be like, what is she talking about? Does my mom have eyes in the back of her head? What is she talking about? Did she see what I just did? Did she see where I came from? Did she see who I was with? And then I found it in the Bible. Oh, I said, oh my gosh, my mom has been preaching to me my whole life and I didn't even realize it. What you do in the dark will come to the light. I said, oh my. So, of course, my mom said it to me and I start saying it to my oldest daughter. She could probably quote the same thing. Another thing that I used to say to my oldest daughter is, no, I didn't say it to my oldest daughter. My daughter, she said this to me one time after her tail stayed out past curfew. Y'all listen to this. She gonna tell me, well, if I'm gonna get in trouble, I might as well go ahead and stay out and have fun. And I'll deal with the consequences later. When she told me that, I looked at her like she was so crazy. I'm thinking, how can you say that when you don't know what the consequences are? How would anybody just say, well, I'm just gonna have fun and just deal with whatever comes my way? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because you don't know what's coming your way. And guess what? At any moment, you can stop bad behavior. You can stop disobedience. You can stop wrong choices by course correcting and doing what's right. Say that again. You can course correct, stop something wrong, and make it right by doing what's right. It's never too late. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, it's too late. You're already here now. Oh my goodness. You've heard that before, right? You're already here. You're already over here. We're already at the party. We're already over so-and-so's house. We might as well go ahead and no, stop right there. You can always course correct. There is always a way out. There is always a way out. There is always a way out. And you do not want to deal with consequences that you are not aware of. It's one thing to say, I'm going to run this red light and I'll just pay the ticket. Well, what if you run the red light and you actually hit somebody? You don't know the consequences. Don't make the choice of continuing to go the wrong way, thinking that you know the outcome and you're willing to take the chance of dealing with the consequences of bad choices. No, there's always a way out. There's always time to change your mind. Always. I'm going to end this session with what my great aunt said. Borrowed sense is so much better than bought sense. Borrowed sense is so much better than bought sense. All right, that's all we have for today. Join me next time on Unfiltered Hummingbird. I am your host, Camellia. Until then, have a blessed day.